new franchisees are coming. After 3 or 4 year or 5 year, that particular franchisee is not there. What is the main reason that they're not able to establish their brand?
You need to understand, the people who want to take a franchisee, they don't know how to run the food business.
But do you also sell these franchisee to other guys like IT guys?
Of course we do.
After 3 years, his interest is not there. I think he will be in loss.
No, what we do is we basically
If you have 100 franchisees, so all 100 franchisee owners earn a good amount.
it depends on the location again.
Completely location dependent.
Completely location dependent.
So you are promising, I think, a guaranteed return.
We have some good business models where we offer guaranteed returns. We call it.
How you are maintaining all these things in tier 2, tier 3 cities?
See, when you run a process, things will be easy. So what we do.
So I think any company can easily run on the process, not on the manpower.
Not on the manpower.
How much revenue Biggies Burger?
We are doing an annual run rate of almost
Madhukumar sir, welcome to the Founder's Dream.
Thank
How
you
are
so
you, sir?
much. I'm really doing good. Thank you so much.
Madhukumar sir, what is your dream? You came to the Founder's Dream podcast today.
The dream is like as a company, I would say, not my personal dream rather. We want to be one of the largest, the food chain brand in the country. Not only in the country, in fact, we are looking at to be global as well. And see, we have been inspired by so many QSRs globally, like McD's. We talk about KFCs. Why shouldn't the Indian brand, be a global player? So that's what our vision is. We as a team working towards to achieve that. And yes, we are one of the largest burger chain brand in the country, and we are adding many more brands in the portfolio. So we want to be the largest in the country and probably going global as well. So that's what we are looking at. Where we talk about McD's globally. So our company should all be spoken globally in China, in the US, where not. So that's a dream.
How many outlets are there, sir?
Currently, we have 150 plus outlets. Yes, pan India in 39 cities across India. So we have seen north, south, east, west of India, and its time has come for us to go global.
So as of now, I think you started Big Guys brand.
We started way back in 2011. We started Biggies Burger. In fact, the founder, Mr. Biraj, was the founder of the brand. He started this while working in an IT company. So he had a passion in food. So hence he started in a small kiosk of 50 square feet in Bangalore. So that's where the journey started. But initial years was tough for us. In fact, we're working on, since burger was something very new product those days. So it was not very popular product as well. So we're working on the R&D, understanding the Indian mindset and understanding the flavors of India's and the taste palettes. So initial years we were basically working on R&D, and we started franchising our business model post 2015. Yeah, so if you look at the growth from post 2015 till 25, 10 years, we have come up to 150 plus stores. Yes, initial years we were struggling. There were lots of ups and downs. COVID came in between. So we have to fall. Again, we woke up from that, and then finally, yes.
So when you joined this,
I actually, it's a different story to talk about it. I came to the brand. I joined the brand as a master franchisee for Bangalore for Biggies Burger. That's where my journey started with Biggies Burger. But somehow, our wavelength matched, and we become part of the company. I'm one of the directors in the company handling business development and projects. So that's where we all joined hands and we thought, okay, let's take this journey very far.
wow. So it's a Beamer Food and Beverages.
Absolutely. The company is called Beamer Food and Beverages Pvt.
It's a legal company name.
Absolutely.
And then under that, how many companies are there?
Under Beamer Food, we have multiple brands, and Biggie's Burger being a legacy brand. And when we launched Biggie's Burger, we also working on, see, we are very proactive in terms of understanding the market. We want to be the first go-getter in the market. So we were doing a lot of research about the fried chicken market. We realized that there's a significant gap in the fried chicken market other than a global player, KFC, who's dominating the market. So we realized this, why don't we capitalize this? So hence, we did a lot of R&D research and realized, yes, there's a huge gap. But we don't want to copy the Western, the platform or Western model. We want to add some Indianness into it, Indian flavors into it. Hence, we decided to launch Big Guys. We launched this almost, I would say, 3 years ago now. Yes, we have both veg and non-veg, but obviously when you talk about fried chicken, it has to be non-veg mainly. So we launched this brand 3 years ago, and having more of Indian flavor into it, and also we try to inculcate the the Korean flavor as well. So Korean become a trend, you know that. So we are the first brand to start the Korean flavor in a recipe.
Yeah, I think before that, I think anybody like in QSR segment. So everybody is thinking about it's a Western food, fast food. So how you are breaking this particular thought for Indian consumer?
So when you talk about QSR, obviously everybody's mind gets into, yes, it's an international kind of a product. So we follow blindly. We follow the Western concept. So we want to break that the mindset. Hence, we don't want to copy them. So we launched this brand basically to having Indianness into it. If you look at it, we have a lot of Indian flavors into it. So we want to connect it with the roots, right? So they feel that okay, it's a fried chicken brand, but it has an Indian taste into it, right? So that's how we wanted to connect with the people. We don't want to tell people that yes, this is also one of the kind of a QSR, maybe from different country or something like that. So they want to feel the Indianness.
Can you share any kind of food menu, food items?
See, we have flavors. See, our brand basically, though we sell fried chicken, we have multiple flavors. So Indian flavors like tandoori, you can talk about it, or peri peri. Peri peri is a global flavor, but we try to add some tinginess into it, kind of giving Indian flavor into it. So we do a lot of R&D on the flavors basically, so that the flavor is what it hits you first, right? So when you go for any food, your flavor is what hits your tongue. So we want to attack there. So that's why we got that Indianness, Indian flavors into it, so that people don't feel that is an QSR, it's an imported kind of a brand. They should feel the Indianness and have that Indianness into it.
But one question is coming, sir. Why new brand? Like why big guys brand? You can uh, you can start the same thing in the Biggies Burger.
Biggie's Burger is basically it's a grilled segment, I would say. It's not like an the fried burgers kind of a food what we serve. It's a completely into grilled. So grilled is different from the fried chicken, right? So the 80% of the products what we serve in the Biggies or burgers, but Big Guys is the core product into the fried chicken. Yeah, if you look at it, if I have to give an example, like Burger King and KFC, Burger King into burger segment and KFC in the fried chicken. That's what they promoted. Likewise, we want to do we like Biggie's should be a burger brand and Big Guys should be a fried chicken brand. So having said that, along with fried chicken, we also have burgers. Of course, it's a part of the menu, and we have ramen as well. Since we are following some Korean trend, so we have added ramen and few other Korean cuisine.
So Biggies Burger is popular in South India or it is popular in North India
We
also?
though we launched the brand way back in 2011 in Bangalore. So we started the journey in Bangalore. Yes, it become a popular brand in South India, but eventually we thought of exploring other markets as well. So our markets, the second market I would say is Eastern India. You will see a lot of stores, in Eastern India, basically from Bhubaneswar and Odisha region, because the promoters are basically from that region. Of course, through our networks, and we have to explore the market there. And we also have presence in Western India, in Mumbai, Pune, and other parts of the country as well. But we haven't explored the northern market. I think the future plan is to grow up to the.
What is the size of burger market in India?
In India, the fastest selling product is biryani, right? Then comes your
Biryani pan India, right?
pan India. Yeah. Then comes your pizza, but burger is taking over. Right. See, pizza, if you look at it, pizza is something like you don't have to do much. I mean, there's not much innovations there in pizza. So we have been having since ages. You don't see much new innovations. Only the toppings, few things they do here and there. But burgers, you see a lot of innovations happening in burger. That's why the burger is taking over the brand.
What kind of innovation?
Now we have smash burger, for example. This was not there some time ago. Now, if you look at it, people talk about smash burger. And if you visit one of our store, we have another burger brand called Original Burger Company. When you go there, you'll see the smash burger, how we smash the patties and serve it. So that's more of juicy and fleshy kind of a burger. So a lot of innovation happens in burgers. Hence, the burger market is growing, rapidly. Not only I would say in India, globally I would say.
So I think you also started this Korean fried chicken. Why Korean only?
See, we go with the trend. Right? Actually, as a
Why not other foods like
yes,
African
we do.
foods?
We do see what happened. There's a trend earlier Chinese food. People are crazy for Chinese food, isn't it? So Korean was a trend. If you look at it, Korean musics, Korean dance, it was a trend. Korean web series. So we want to go with the trend. So normally we as a brand, we foresee what is the trend coming up. We have to adapt the trend and catch the trend and go with the trend for some time. That trend will be short well. So whatever, whether short well, long well, we have to go with the trend. So that's kind of marketing for us as well. So we want to capitalize that. So we started Korean flavor.
I think let's talk about like one region. Okay, so if we are sitting in Electronic City right now, so in Electronic City there are multiple people, like from north, from south, from west, from east, I think northeast, and they have very different taste buds. So how you are processing, how you are implementing the system, so everybody's taste can be matched.
As I mentioned, we have multiple flavors, right? Starting from low spicy to high spicy. Maybe if you say peri peri is like very spicy. We have another flavor from Korea, gochujang, is more spicy. So as per the custom consumers' taste palette or spicy requirement. For example, if I have to tell you, a brand is doing very well in Andhra. Andhra people love spicy food, right? So they go for the maximum spicy product, the flavor I'm talking about. So our flavor cater to a different kind of people, different color. Food palettes, I would say. So it's all what flavor plays a game here.
Can you share any kind of concept like dish which any R&D experiment that turns into very good business, good business model?
In terms of food,
In terms of food only.
a good business model. See, if you look at it, food and beverages is growing. I believe it is 6.17 CAGR per annum. Globally, it is growing. And I would say this is the right time to bet on F&B, food and beverages, provided you have a right product and right SOPs in place and ideas, and also how you market it. That's very important. There are many people who have very good food, but they don't know how to market it, right? So it should be a combination of a good menu, kind of a good business model, and how do you market your business model. It's what depends. So the combination of all these three would definitely help you in scaling up your business. Irrespective of whatever food you are into, biryanis or it can be a burger or whatever it is, ensure that you provide the right what is required by the consumers.
Okay, whenever we go to the Pizza Hut or McDonald's, there is some experience are there, right? So how you are ensuring that your customer getting a good experience and they will memorize you?
See, we have done a lot of innovative ideas we have introduced. For example, in Biggies, if you go to a Hebal store, we have launched a play area for kids, right? So we want to put that in the kid's mind, right? When the kid come to a store, he sees the play area. So that's kind of a marketing for us where the kid pull the parents, please, I want to go there again. So this is working out well for us. So if wherever we find this huge residential catchment area, we try to introduce the kids play area along with the store.
So it's a entertainment place for the
Absolutely,
kids.
for kids.
For adults, what you are doing?
For adults, they obviously they're foodie. I mean, they would definitely love to order, right?
I think from 0 to 150 outlets in 15 years. It's not a easy journey. I think what is the biggest challenge?
No, as it mentioned, like initially, yes, we were only into R&D, right? If you look at it post 2015, I would say, I mean, we started 10 years is what our growth started. And in between, COVID dropped drastically. Again,
What is the biggest challenge you guys faced and how you overcome it?
India itself has a different countries, right? We have different kind of culture. We have different taste bites. So providing a menu where the entire community, entire Indians accepting is a big challenge. So we have to invest our energy and time into ideas, into curating a menu. That's a big challenge because, as I mentioned, if you go to Tamil Nadu, the kind of food what they eat is different from when you go to Maharashtra. But you have to have a global food where everybody accepts with the flavors whatever we have. Otherwise, maintaining a SKUs is a big challenge. So that was a big challenge for us to curating a menu where everybody accepts it. And a second challenge, I would say, uh, placing your brand in the right place. That's very important. See, though you represent a big brand, if you're not in the right location, you're not justifying it, isn't it? You have to place, you have to understand the market. This market service very much essential in this
So are you
business.
doing that market research, market dipstick, like it is required here or not?
It is mandatory. We do a survey, we do a Reiki, and understand what is the requirement for our brand. Is this location suitable for our brand? Shall we place this brand here? Only then we decide on the location on the property. So we do an extensive research on the market survey, then we place the brand. So once we understand, yes, this location brand provides, it can project this much sales, only then we take a call with the entire collective call again, I would say. We take a call and we place our store over there.
But I think apart from the food industry question, okay, when in Bangalore, especially in Bangalore, I think whenever we see any new business model is coming or new franchises are coming, after 3 or 4 year or 5 year, that particular franchise is not there. What is the main reason that they're not able to establish their brand, their particular franchisee on the particular location?
See, I'll tell you, there are different business models. You need to understand the people who want to take a franchisee, they're not from a similar business background. People come from IT background. People come from different industry background. They don't know how to run the food and beverages food business. It's very sensitive because food business is very sensitive. It's you're playing with somebody's food, right? You have to be very, very sensitive. So people come to us for a passive income, right? Hence, as a brand, now if you look at it, many brands have started working on FOCO model or FICO model, where company operates. Investor invests, but company operates. So what happens? We have an SOP, we have a team, we know how to run and operate it. But the moment when you hand it over this business model to somebody who runs and operates his own, he doesn't have an idea. So people think normally what happens is, see, when you spend 2 rupees, you earn 4 rupees. But people try to bypass that. Instead of spending 2 rupees, they cut down on the cost, right? They compromise on the quality, they compromise on the service. That's where it's them. So that's where people do a lot of mistake of, thinking that, no, let me not, shell out a lot of money now. Let me generate some fund, income, then I'll invest. By the time they will die, the business will die. That should not be the case. They have to invest on the business in terms of providing the right product, providing the good service, good ambience, customer experience. Only then they can survive. So this, most of them who doesn't have the industry background doesn't know about it. And that's the reason you see many people who are taken a franchising after 1 year, they collapse. These are the reasons.
But do you also sell these franchisee to other guys like IT guys?
Of course we do.
So how you operate? Like if after 3 years his interest is not there, I think he will be in loss.
No, what we do is we basically, for example, cities like Bangalore, Chennai, where we have operationally strong, we do a company operated store where the franchisee will just invest and we will run and operate it, and we'll give them a certain revenue on the sales. So we'll also assure them, like, yes, this many years, whatever you invested, your ROI will be assured in this many years. That way it is done. We sign for certain years agreement. Wherever it's like smaller tier 2, tier 3 cities where we are not able to operate it. So what we do, we give a we call FOFO model, where it's a franchisee owned, franchisee operated. However, we tell them to come to us and get trained for at least rigorous training for 1 month. So we understand his background. We see whether he's able to spend full time into the business, or he's just looking for a part time. So we are very choosy in selecting the franchisees who want to run and operate it. There are certain assessment criteria. If he falls into that assessment criteria only, we will give him a franchisee. And having said that, he should mandatorily attend our training program.
But I think if you have 100 franchisees, okay, so all 100 franchisee owners earn a good amount, or 80-20, 50-50. Who don't earn good amount and who is earning good amount? What is the difference between that?
It depends on the location again.
Completely location dependent.
Completely location dependent. See, for example, if I have a store in Hebbal, may not perform good compared to a store in Church Street, right? It completely depends on the church. You know how Church Street is. You will always see the footfall up to 1 a.m. in the morning and midnight. So likewise, but the same thing, you go to any residential area, maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, completely shut down. It depends on location. You take any brand. If you look at any bigger brand as well, their business depends upon the location. Of course, what happens at the same time, your revenue, rent per revenue also it changes. The rent what you pay in Church Street differs from a rent what you pay in Devanalli.
But you are promising, I think, a guaranteed return.
Yes, we have some good business models where we offer guaranteed returns. We call it the FICO model, a franchisee invested, company operated. So let's say if somebody invests 50 lakhs, so we give them monthly a guaranteed return, and every year there'll be some amount where he enjoys that the principal amount, and end of the 6th year we have signed for 6 years, so the franchisee gets almost 2.7x returns on the investment.
Means 1.5 CR around.
No, basically he gets around 1 CR 5 lakhs, but if you consider on the interest rate, so you'll be earning more than 2.7x.
So why people are investing in FD then? They should invest in you.
Yes, yes, of course. That's the reason you can see Biggies is growing, and we started though 2, 3, not even 3 years, I would say. We have almost 18 stores, and with this business model is very limited. We don't give it for everyone. It's only for certain limited locations and limited.
But now it's completely 100% franchisee model.
All on franchisee model.
No company owned.
No, we don't have I would say 95% of our stores are franchisee model. See, that shows the kind of trust the investors have built on us, and we have built on them. So people are still investing.
So what kind of supporting system you are providing to them?
We provide end-to-end support starting, let's say if somebody is interested in a franchising.
5 main things you can elaborate.
I would say,
5 main
yes,
things.
starting from scouting the property, which is very important. It is a responsibility. We provide them marketing support. We provide them operational support. And we provide them supply chain support. And finally, we provide them the complete, what is that, the entire journeys, whatever they are going through, the every training and SOPs and everything will be supported by the company. So main important thing is
Manpower is also.
yes, support which comes in the training and all that, manpower as well. Yes,
If somebody is leaving, somebody is coming.
we have
So
since
franchisee
we have
owners
so many stores.
should not care for that.
Yeah, should not care for. We always have a backup. We have an HR team exclusively working for the store's manpower. So we have a backup always for that.
So how you are maintaining all these things from tier 2, tier 3 cities? How you are maintaining the logistic part? Because from Bengaluru to, I think, Mysore.
Logistics has been very easy for us, honestly. Supply chain. We have made a completely a process oriented. See, when you run a process, things will be easy. So what we do, let's say for a city like Bangalore or Chennai, we supply twice a month. When it comes to tier 2 city or far off city, which is 500 kilometers above, we have done a kind of supply chain system where months in a month. However, our store can hold 45 days stock. Any of our store can hold. So you will always have a 15 days buffer stock with the franchisee. So every month he will place an order and we'll be supplied. So we have a route plan for Eastern India, for Western India, for Southern India. It's all completely a process oriented.
Wow. So I think any company can easily run on the process.
Absolutely.
Not on the manpower.
Not on the manpower. You have processes in place, you have systems in place. Whether you are there, not there, that will run the company.
If I ask like how much revenue Biggies Burger.
See, we are doing an ARR annual run rate of almost 80 CR now. As a company, we are doing an ARR of 80 CR on the store's revenue.
Wow. I think if somebody is taking a franchisee for the first time, he didn't thought about any kind of franchisee. First time he's taking, what kind of advice you will give to them?
If somebody is taking a franchisee, he's getting into entrepreneurship. My advice would be, please involve your time, dedicate, involvement, take ownership, get involved in business. It's your business, your money. There are a lot of people think, okay, I'm taking a franchisee companies that they'll support, I'll do whatever it is. No. Unless I've seen a lot of franchisees have succeeded just because of their involvement. They involve in each and everything. Such people will definitely see the success. If you're not involved, if you're not taking this as ownership, your business, then I don't see you will succeed.
But I think some guys has good money. I think if I have good money, I will invest. You are doing in guaranteed return. So I think I should not worry about
See, as I
on this
mentioned,
part.
we have multiple business model. If somebody's got a money, no time, right? We can give them a FOCO model where we run and operate it, and he gets his revenue every month on the. It's completely our responsibility as a brand, because as a brand we need to know where to place a store, isn't it? Because one store, closing down one store, it'll damage our brand image. We don't want to do that. So hence we are very cautious in selecting the location and the property. We have certain criteria. We have to follow the criteria. If I say location should be in the premium location. It has to be probably on the ground floor. The property has to be on the ground floor. Good facade of 20 feet minimum. So we have certain criteria. We follow the criteria.
So what are the SOPs are there? Can you give
Yeah,
some
see,
4 5
starting from
points are there?
scouting the property, Let's say if we see the catchment, okay, if the property is somewhere located in Anantnagar, for example, where you stay, the reason why we chose Anantnagar is it's a completely residential, right? For you to go out from Anantnagar to Niladi Road, it's a long way. If you get an option in Anantnagar, what will you do? You going to Anant. So that's the reason we thought about it. Yes, Anantnagar residential catchment or college catchment where there. But again, what happens is college is again the college kids doesn't have that pocket money to spend, right? So they look at all smaller brands where they can pay for 50, 100 rupees. So that doesn't college doesn't work for us. So we look at mainly residential catchment, IT catchment, and commercial locations where you will find a lot of premium brands. So we just scout for these kind of a location.
Okay, I thought like I think Biggie's Burger was only one burger store over there in Anantnagar. After that, I think McDonald's also opened. So any business challenges you are getting like any customers like going from your store to the McDonald's?
That obviously happens. See what happens.
Business dropped or not?
No, I'll tell you. In our case, it's other way around. When McDonald's is opening a store, when we are opening our store with any international brands, it benefits us. The reason being, everybody knows McD, everybody knows KFCs and all that. But when they see a Biggie's burger, so they say, "Oh, it's an Indian brand. They have anyways tasted McD, so why don't we go to Biggie's?" So we try to get some customers from these brands, right? That is helping us.
New customers are coming.
It's just, again, I would say it's a healthy competition. It doesn't mean that we have to be isolated. See, if you look at it, the market is getting decentralized. May it be a food brands or may it be a furnitures or jewelries. You see everybody coming in the same location. That's a healthy competition because when you are, placing your brand amongst the brands, other brands, food brands, you are driving your footfall. They are driving their footfall. That becomes a kind of a high street for food. So all the brands drive the footfall becomes an high street. For example, Church Street, you see how crowded it is because so many food brands are there. So that's how we drive the. If you go to a jewelry brand, you see Malabar or Kalyan, everybody are the same location. So if you want to buy a jewelry, what we'll do? Okay, let me go to this location where I'll get options. For a consumer, it's an option, right? For as a brand, it's a kind of a healthy competition because we want footfall. We want people coming in there. We want more people coming in there. So every brand prefers that.
I think those brand who will do a good marketing, they will get good leads.
Absolutely. Yeah, they will also get leads and it supports other brand as well. If somebody is going to McD, okay, McD has done a good marketing. Okay, suddenly they see this brand. Okay, let me try here. I've been having McD since ages. Let me try the new brand. So that helps us to woo the customers.
Achha, what kind of one piece of advice you would like to give to new aspiring founders who want to come into QSR segment?
My advice would be whatever you do, I think you have to be dedicated, completely dedicated. You have to be focused, dedicated, focused in your goal. Set a goal. Set a goal, whatever goal you want to set it, and have a timeline, and work towards a timeline. And for working to, and for that, what needs to be done? Make a checklist. This is what I have to do. Work on the checklist and set a timeline and reach your goals.
Correct. I think I have some 4-5 questions for rapid fire. Okay. So your favorite your favorite flavor in big guys and why?
So honestly, I'm not a foodie.
Oh, you're not a foodie
I'm not
guy,
a foodie, but I sell
but you are into
burgers.
food.
Absolutely. So, but for me, the favorite would be a grilled chicken anytime because I'm a health freak guy. So obviously, I would go for a grilled chicken rather than going for any other food. I'm sorry for that, but that's my favorite, I would say.
Okay, how do you ensure each new menu item meets your vision for a unique customer experience while staying true to the brand's Indian roots?
Okay, see, we have an extensive R&D setup in our office. This R&D happens on a daily basis.
What they do, what kind of R&D they do in your
See, we
in
have
food system?
Yeah, so what we do, like, we understand the global market. We try to get something global food here with an Indianized thing. So what we do is we understand. See, we always foresee what's happening. See, now people calling a bubble tea, right? So it's become a trend now, bubble tea. Likewise, we understand what is required for Indian consumers. We get that kind of a food and do an internal, the kind of R&D. Try to add an Indian flavors and try to, we do a lot of every day we do an R&D because without an R&D you cannot sustain in the business. You have to give something newness to the consumers. People get bored of having same old burger, isn't it? See, now what is happening when, for example, Meghna, when they started Meghna biryani, it's a different. But when you go to Meghna now, it's a totally different. In biryani, they innovated so many things. That's why you can see people are standing in a queue to have that biryani. Likewise, if you don't innovate something new, if you don't give newness, new flavor, a new recipe, a new product to the consumers, you'll be lost. You have to be always on your war foot on R&D, ensure that you give newness to the consumers.
Like how you stand out from the big brands like KFC and McDonald's? What is the one standout point?
A standout point, an Indian brand offering one-tenth of the investment and offering quicker ROA. That's my standout. Indian brand offering one-tenth of the investment of the global brand with the same product range and quicker ROA.
Any marketing strategy you want to share, like for the rapid growth you have done in your business?
Marketing strategies, yes, it's a regular process again for us to survive in the business. Not one time. We have to keep doing time and again to survive in the business. For when it comes to store wise, it's a regular process. We have to do the influencer marketing, food bloggers. We have to call them to our stores because until now the trend is social media. Those days are gone where people we used to distribute leaflets. Nobody looks at leaflets, isn't it? It's all social media. So we have to rely upon social media. So a lot of influencers and food bloggers we invite to the stores. That's where your products are getting popular in the market. And when it comes to franchising, it's again a regular process in terms of, we do a lot of meta campaigns and WhatsApp campaigns. We attend a lot of franchise events and we attend expos where we place our stalls and, we talk about investors come over there. We talk about what kind of business model we have. So that's a different level of marketing what we do.
What is your role and responsibility in Biggie's Burger as of now?
I work as a director in the company. I take care of a complete business development for all the brands. If I say brand, Biggies, Big Guys, Original Burger Company, and number one burger as well. And I also take care of projects. So I sign, I set up the store, I hand it over to my operations team.
So what is the future mission vision in 5 years?
Yes, actually, as a company, we have certain vision. We are looking right now. We have 150 stores, and we are looking to reach 300 stores by end of 2027. And our the company is currently is valuated at 250 CR, wherein we want to double it to 500 CR, and we are planning for a good for IPO by 2027. That's our vision.
Super, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for coming in the podcast. And Biggie's Burger, though I know very well, and I think
Okay, since you have been asking me question, can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Since you visited Biggie's Burger, can I have a feedback of basically a
I
brand?
think I don't eat burger, but my daughter, she eat burgers. So sometimes she go McD, sometimes she go Biggie's Burger, Biggie's Burger, McD. So both.
So how do you rate when you compare to these two brands?
Honest feedback, okay, out of 10, 8. Yeah, because one thing is I observed, like it's very small place. Okay, I think it should be little big.
Yeah, Anant Nagar is small place. Yes. We have stores much bigger as well, 2000 square feet also.
Where I will live, I will go there, right? You told like why you will go to the Niladri road. So I think it should be little big. It's not should be 500 or 1000, 700 square feet. I think somebody's because 4-5 person will come and sit. I think they will feel very suffocating is there, right? And the food smell. Even it's McD, it is coming, but it is big.
It is big, yeah, correct. See, I'll tell you the challenges. Basically, if you look at many brands are trying to cut size the store size because the rentals, if you look at it, it's going so high. So rent to revenue share is not matching. So to cut down, we also
Yeah, but I understand all the aspects. But as you ask me the honest feedback, I told as a consumer, I'm saying ki if somebody 5 or 6 person are coming going, a full family, 6-7 members, I think they will choose McDonald's.
Okay, yeah. Got it. Because the space.
So because of this,
Otherwise, food wise, you're
food wise happy, 100% happy.
so your daughters are a fan.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming in the
Thanks
podcast,
a lot.
and
Yeah,
it was
thanks.
a
It's
great
great
conversation.
talking to you, chatting with you. Thank you.